If your sciatica pain is getting worse after exercise, watch this before you do one more rep. Put the mat down. If you just finished a stretch or an exercise for your sciatica and your leg feels worse right now than it did 20 minutes ago, I need you to stop and listen before you do a single rep more. Because what you are feeling is not working through it. It is not the stretch doing its job. It is not something you need to push past. It is a signal. A very specific, very reliable signal that your nervous system is sending you, and it is telling you that the last exercise you performed made your compression worse, not better. Most people miss this signal completely. They feel the burning increase, the numbness travel further down the leg, the shooting pain fire more easily than before, and they interpret all of it as proof the exercise is releasing something, as a necessary discomfort on the way to relief. It is the opposite. And today, Dr. Dan H. is going to show you exactly how to read what your body is telling you after every single exercise, so you know within minutes whether you just helped your sciatica or made it worse. This is Health Fix Zone. Let's go. If you're new here, hit subscribe right now. Every week, Dr. Dan H. brings you real clinical answers to real sciatica problems. Hit subscribe and the bell so you don't miss what's coming. Part 1, the signal your body is already sending you. There is one clinical concept that explains almost everything about why some sciatica exercises help and others quietly make things worse. It's called the centralization and peripheralization response, and once you understand it, you will never again wonder whether an exercise is helping you. Here is the principle in its simplest form. Your sciatic nerve runs from your lower spine, through your hip, down the back of your leg, all the way to your foot. When it's compressed, usually by a disc pressing on the nerve root or a tight piriformis gripping it at the hip, the pain, burning, and numbness travel along that pathway. Centralization means those symptoms move backward up the pathway, retreating from the foot, up the calf, into the thigh, toward the hip and lower back. When this happens, it means the compression on the nerve is easing. The nerve root is getting relief. Peripheralization means the opposite. Symptoms travel further down the pathway, from the thigh into the calf, from the calf into the foot, into the toes. When this happens, it means the compression is increasing. The nerve is being pushed harder, not released. This is the test. After any sciatica exercise, ask yourself one question. Did my symptoms move toward my back or toward my foot? If they move toward your back, even if the movement itself felt intense in the moment, you are on the right track. Continue. If they move toward your foot, stop that exercise immediately, regardless of how good it felt while you were doing it. You have just given yourself direct proof that this specific movement is compressing your nerve further. Why the feels good, works bad trap happens. Here's what makes this so dangerous and so widely misunderstood. The muscles around your spine release the moment you stretch them. That relief is immediate, it's real, and you feel it during the exercise itself. But the disc material inside your spine responds on a completely different timeline. If a stretch pushes disc material backward toward the nerve root, that migration doesn't announce itself instantly. It builds over the following 20, 30, 60 minutes. Which means the exercise that felt like relief in the moment can be the exact reason your leg is burning worse an hour later. Most people never connect the two. They assume the worsening happened on its own, unrelated to what they just did. And so they repeat the same harmful exercise again tomorrow, and the day after, compounding the compression each time while feeling in each individual moment like they're doing something good for their body. Part 2, how to actually use this signal, starting with your next session. Here is exactly how the Health Fix Zone community uses this signal step by step every single time they exercise. Before you start, take 30 seconds and note exactly where your symptoms currently sit. Is the burning in your foot, your calf, your thigh? Be specific. This is your baseline. Perform the exercise slowly and gently, never fast, never forced, never into sharp pain. A stretch or exercise should never be pushed to the point of a sharp electric increase in symptoms during the movement itself. Mild pulling or discomfort in the muscle is acceptable. Anything sharp or electric down the leg is not. Stop immediately if this occurs. After the exercise, wait and reassess. Give it 2 to 5 minutes, then check the same question again. Where are your symptoms now compared to your baseline? Move toward the back or reduced in intensity. This exercise is centralizing your symptoms. It belongs in your routine. Keep it. Move toward the foot or increase sharply. This exercise is peripheralizing your symptoms. Remove it from your routine immediately, regardless of how it's described online or how often it's recommended elsewhere. The 24-hour check. Some responses aren't obvious within minutes. Note how you feel the next morning compared to how you felt before you started the exercise the day before. Waking up with more leg symptoms than you had the previous morning is peripheralization playing out on a slower timeline, and it means yesterday's routine needs to change. The exercises most likely to peripheralize. Based on the mechanics involved, a few categories of movement are the most common offenders when people report their sciatica getting worse after exercising. Any exercise that rounds the lower back forward, knees pull to the chest, seated forward bends, toe touches, has the highest likelihood of pushing disc material backward toward the nerve root. If you notice peripheralization after any of these, the pattern is consistent with disc-related compression, and forward flexion is not appropriate for you right now. Any exercise that combines a straightened leg with reaching toward the foot places direct tension on the sciatic nerve itself. If peripheralization shows up specifically with these movements, your nerve may already be sensitized, and it needs gentler, shorter range movement rather than a deep stretch. The exercise is most likely to centralize. On the other side, gentle lumbar extension, lying face down, propping onto the elbows, hips staying on the floor, is one of the movements most likely to produce centralization for disc-related sciatica because it encourages the disc to shift away from the nerve root rather than toward it. The supine piriformis release, lying on your back, ankle crossed over the opposite knee, gently drawing the thigh toward the chest, tends to centralize symptoms that are driven primarily by hip level compression rather than the disc itself. Neither of these is guaranteed to be right for every single case. That's exactly why the test matters more than any specific exercise list. Your body is already telling you which movements belong in your routine. The centralization and peripheralization response is simply how to listen. Part 3, building your routine around what your body tells you. Here's how to put this together into an actual daily practice. Each morning, before your feet touch the floor, perform the supine piriformis release, 45 seconds each side, and check your response. If it centralizes, this becomes a permanent part of your morning. During the day, if you've been sitting for a while and your symptoms have started creeping downward, that itself is a peripheralization signal from a sustained posture rather than an exercise. Stand, walk for a minute, and reassess. In the evening, try 5 minutes of gentle prone lying, face down, hips on the floor, propping onto the elbows only as far as comfortable. Check your symptoms 2 minutes in, and again once you're finished. If this centralizes for you, extend the duration slightly each night, always staying within a range that continues to centralize rather than provoke. Every exercise, every day gets the same simple test. Where were my symptoms before? Where are they now? Toward the back, keep going. Toward the foot, stop and remove it. This is how you build a routine that is actually personalized to your specific nerve, your specific compression, and your specific response, instead of following a generic list that may be helping some viewers and quietly harming others. I want to be honest about something important here. This centralization test is a valuable self-monitoring tool, but it isn't a substitute for a proper diagnosis. If your symptoms are severe, worsening despite these adjustments, or include new weakness, numbness in the groin area, or loss of bladder or bowel control, that needs urgent medical attention, not a home exercise routine. Here is what I want you to leave with today. You do not need a generic list of good and bad sciatica exercises to know whether something is helping you. Your body has been telling you this entire time in a language most people were never taught to read. Toward the back, it's working. Toward the foot, it isn't. That's the whole test. Start using it on your very next exercise. Not tomorrow, not next week. The next time you stretch or move for your sciatica, check the signal and let it guide what stays in your routine and what gets removed for good. This is Dr. Dan H. from Health Fix Zone. If this changed how you'll approach your next sciatica exercise, hit like right now. It helps other sciatica sufferers find this before they waste more weeks on the wrong routine. Not subscribed yet? Hit subscribe and the bell. Every week, real clinical truth about sciatica and back pain. Drop a comment. When you check your symptoms after exercising, which direction do they usually move? Toward your back or toward your foot? Tell me below. I read every comment. Toward the back, it's healing. Toward the foot, it's harming. Now you know which one you're doing. I'll see you in the next one.